Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Shahzaib Aslam, and the topic we're going to discuss is AI possible? To discuss this topic or to come to a conclusion, first we will understand what AI actually is. And before understanding or before studying different definitions of AI, let's find out from where this term AI came. John McCree was the first who coined the term artificial intelligence in 1956. He invited a group of researchers from a variety of disciplines, including language simulation, neuron net, complexity theory, and more to summer workshop called the Dartmouth Summer Research Project on Artificial Intelligence to discuss what would ultimately become the field of AI. The proposal for the conference said the study to proceed on the basis of conjecture that every aspect of learning or any other feature of intelligence can in principle to be precisely described that a machine can be made to stimulate it. Then, as per modern dictionary, the definition focuses on AI being a subfield of computer science and how machines can intimate human intelligence, being human like rather than becoming human. Then there's the definition that's in Oxford Dictionary, the theory and development of computer system able to perform tasks normally requiring human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, translation between languages. What is AI in simple words? In simple words, or in layman's point of view, artificial intelligence is mimicking the action of brain or at least trying to give human-like intelligence to machine. For example, there are names of few movies which I found that which tried to at least portray some image of AI. For example, Transformer. This is the famous movie. Stealth. It is based on quantum physics and a plane on which they applied AI, and then the problems they got through it. Then there's a movie Robot. It's an Indian movie. Rajnikant was in it. Then it's O2. It's the second version of Robot, but this is basically in this Akshay Kumar was there. These are the few movies which depicted the AI, or at least they try to present their version of AI. The common thing is that all these movies were of the view that if we go to the point, like in Transformer, we can say that the robot was someone who was doing good, but the actually thing is that these were the machine which were killing humans. In all these movies, though O2 in which the robot again become a human friendly thing when it's a reprogrammed, but initially it turned to be anti-human. Okay, then coming about the objectives of AI. Initially, there are three objectives of AI. First, build systems that think exactly like humans do. That's the strong version of AI. The second is just get systems to work without figuring out how human reasoning works. That's weak AI. The third is use human reasoning as model, but not necessarily the end goal. This is the most commonly used, basically, technology which is currently in use. Like basically, the industry leaders, which every industry leader fall under third objective and use human reasoning as guide to provide better service or create better product rather trying to achieve perfect replica of human mind, because getting the perfect replica of human mind is a tough thing currently in current era. I don't know what we will achieve or what we will do in the future, or what are the human plans to achieve in AI in the future, but currently we are not that much capable. We can't replicate the human brain, and that's a good thing, though. At least as per me, it's a good thing to do. Okay, now in this image, there are ways in which AI can be trained. This image I get from the there was an article in Forbes from which I got this image. So this image can help this image can help us in understanding which are the procedures or which are the ways using which we the AI, the artificial intelligence. Okay, machine learning is the first procedure. The machine learning, we might have heard a lot about machine learning. Actually, it is the method where the target goal is defined and the steps to reach the target is learned by the machine itself by training and gaining experience. For example, to identify a simple object such as apple or orange, so that's machine learning. It can learn it. The feedback. There's a procedure in which there's a feedback. So there are multiple techniques, three techniques shown here through which we can attain machine learning. One is deep learning, second is supervised, and third is unsupervised. Okay, then the next thing is natural language processing, NLP. It's basically the process that broadly defines as the automatic manipulation of natural languages like speech and text by software. One of well-known example of this is email spam detection. As we can see that how it has improved in our mail system. Now we don't get spam. We know which email is a spam and which is not. There are multiple things which are used in such type of AI tools. They see the email address too. If the email is from a random website or a random IMAP mail, so they randomly move into the spam. There is one thing which is there, which is to be considered, that it's not like every mail transferred to spam is actually a spam. Sometimes the spam box get our important emails and we ignore them and we don't see them because we don't know that, or at least we don't want that those emails should go to the spam, and we don't even think of it. And normally it might have happened with everyone. It has happened with me that my important emails were transferred into the spam, which actually were not the spam. So we can't say that AI is 100% working, or is we can't say that AI is 100% correct, or it is providing us the actual or the we can't say that it is the ultimate goal or we should work on it and we can get everything from it. No, it is not like that. So AI is giving us some false result, or is getting faulty at some places. Okay, the next thing is vision, speech, planning, and robotics. Now, if we talk about vision, it can be said as a field which enables machine to see. Machine vision captures and analyzes visual information using camera, analog to digital conversion, and digital signal processing. All are the factors of vision. Then in speech, we can say that Siri is an example of speech. That talks to us, that understand what we are saying, and basically it learns from our behavior and learns from whatever we say. Then planning also, it's the part where artificial intelligence is involved. Robotics, we will discuss robotics in this procedure and further, in planning and data sets, while we will discuss this in the next slides. Okay, current application of AI, I will go to the details of every application mentioned here. The names, I will just take the names initially. The names are automation in car, automated robots, AI in gaming, AI in agriculture, AI in marketing, AI in data sets. Okay, let's talk about AI in automated cars. Okay, when we talk about AI in cars, we think of automatic braking system in our cars, proximity sensors, engine sensors, which make it more efficient, partial to fully automated driving. Okay, so let's discuss every aspect one by one. Let's talk about automatic braking system. Now, you know what, when we think of AI, we think of human brain, or at least the image which came in our mind is something which is replicating human brain. But what are we getting on when we say that there is automatic braking system? In my personal experience in Pakistan, I must say that automatic braking system is not that much feasible. Why? Okay, first let's just think that is automatic braking system really AI, or is it just functions of some sensors? How this worked? There are two different ways we can say that automatic braking system can work. The first one is, for example, if I have sensors, I can use ultrasound sensors, which can give me the value of the distance from the next car or object which is in the way. Of course, that could be a human, tree, cycle, truck, whatever the case it is. Or I can use infrared sensors, IR sensors. These are the type of sensors which I can use to find the distance between the object which is in front of my car, or if I need to put it on the side somehow, somewhere, when at any place where I need to put the sensors to understand or to get the value. So initially, I will set some range that if the car is in that range, you should apply the brakes. If the car is not in that range, the brake should not be applied. It's a very common logic or very easy logic to be used. But there's a problem with this logic that every time if the car is in the range, it will apply the brake and pressure of the brake will be same, which will give a stress to the brake, or it might cause a very hard braking system, due to which my previous car can hit me. While if there was no automatic braking system, I could have easily avoided that. Or it might be the reason that the next car is too fast. It suddenly braked and then it attained the speed again, and there was no need to apply that hard braking on my car. So if this sort of automatic braking is applied, then there is a possibility of more accidents rather than decreasing the number of accidents. But there is a solution to that, that is in fuzzy logic. Fuzzy logic is a concept in AI, as per which there is no, or we can say we don't need to be very specific on true or false or 0 or 1. There is between there are the numbers between 0 and 1. It could be 0.1, 0.2, 0.9, 0.8, whatever the case it could be. Or we can say it is between true and false. There is a gradient between 0 and 1. So gradient, not not solid up and solid down. So this fuzzy logic is being helpful in applying automatic braking system. But again, because okay, before coming to the side effect of the automatic braking system, let's talk again about about the automatic braking system using fuzzy logic. What happened in fuzzy logic if the car is far, or we define a range that this is far, this is close. Now close could be very close, not very close, in a safe distance close. We can define some different gradients for that, and depending upon those gradients we can set our braking system. Like for example, if the car is not that much far but not that much close, so we can apply less pressure on the brakes. It could be 0.2 or 0.8 or 0.8, 0.5, 0.3, whatever the number is, and that will comply with the pressure that has to be applied on the brake. Then we say about proximity sensors. The proximity sensors are basically the sensors which tell you that your car will collide with the other car on the side, so that can you take the sharp curve, or can you cut the different cars and make the path through the different cars like we do normally. We cross the car in the zigzag way. So it tells us that okay, fine, you have space to on your right and you have space on your left. So this is an easy way to drive when you are driving. It gives you a more clear view of how your car is going on the road. And you can easily take the car out of rush using proximity sensors. They are really helpful. Then engine sensor, making it efficient. The latest cars, for example EFI related cars, they have engine sensors in them which tell us about the engine speed, RPM. They perform multiple functions. They also have diagnostic on OBD, onboard diagnostic tools, which can help us to understand and maintain the car regularly. We can use that data and predict a few different things too. Then partial to fully automated driving, basically that's something which we are moving on. Partial to fully automatic driving. Partial driving, we can say that there is that cruise button and speed control and different variations in that. Gears are becoming automatic in these days. Initially we have to shift the gears manually, but now the gears are automatic, which is though an other benefit to us. Again, moving from the partial to fully automated driving system, the automated driving system, the Google car, which has a camera and many other sensors, of course, and they perform different, calculations, and the car is being driven from one place to another, and it uses GPS, of course, to coordinate between the location. But let's discuss the problems in the system of fully automated driving system. In American state, a car was being fined. It was basically we the rule is that if there is no other car on the road, and behind you there is a lot of rush, or you can say a lot there's a lot of traffic load, then the speed limit changes. For example, the speed limit is 80, and if there is rush behind you and the road in front of you is empty, then you have to increase the speed so that there is no rush on the road. But in automated driving system, we or the humans which made them installed the speed limit to be 80. So a car was pulled by a police officer, and they wanted to find the car. So it was automated, totally fully automated driving car. So the officer asked for the license and registration, but the passenger who was sitting, he denied. He said that why should I give the license and my registration, because I wasn't driving the car. The car was being drive automatically. So who should be responsible for the problem which caused the rush or jam on the road? So that's basically problem in automated driving cars. So we can't say that they are really helpful in the current situation. It might become helpful in the near future, but currently there are not much usage of these automated driving car, and they are in the process of making. Currently we are not or we cannot say that we have commercially built up fully automated cars. Okay, then about automatic robots. Now this is what we normally think as AI. Okay, warfare robots, we might have seen, or you might have seen, basically the video of a robot which was being hit by a person again and again, but it was shooting on its target again and again. It was not shooting on the human. It was coded, or it was using the different aspects of basically image processing, and different sensors were in that, and the combination of these sensors and the combination of these different tools allowed him to fire on a target, and the target assigned to it. Then customer service robots. These are the robots which are assigned in different, not very common, but they are being used. Okay, the common that couldn't be in AI because it follows line tracking. Because AI can't be very small. Line tracking robot is something which is using the data from sensors and is following a path. So basically, in Multan, there's a restaurant where there are robots which come to serve you. So these are also type of customer service robot. Otherwise, there are robots in different customer centers which have interaction, which have pre-recorded answers to the multiple some questions, and they have different sort of behaviors and different type on which they react, or different dialogues which they deliver on when someone interacts with them. Then of course, packaging of product. Initially the packaging of product was done by the machine. It's not like it wasn't done by the machine before AI. It was done by the machines, but there was some problem that some of the products, the packing machine, the work of packing machine was just to pack. It was not sensible to see that is the material okay, the thing which is I'm packing, is it up to the size or up to the mark. So with the basically you can say with integration of AI, some sort of the integration of some sensors, or some lasers which can see that if the product which is coming is empty or not. For example, if I say that there is a packing unit which has to pack 10 boxes of safeguard soap. So initially what was done, that a machine will count 10 packets, and it will put it in the carton and will seal it. That's the purpose. Now with bit improvisation, it could do that. That it will see that is every box filled with the soap, or a single box unit is empty. There is a possibility that somehow a box missed to get filled with the soap, and it's empty box. And while packing 10 box pieces 10 soap boxes into one carton, there is a possibility that one box goes empty. So to overcome this problem, we can use laser sensors which can detect that is the box filled with the soap or not, or multiple things. But again, calling this AI is not the level of AI. It's sort of insult to AI that these things can be performed by different sensors. So if we have to call AI based on sensors, then it should be, somehow it should be more than just playing with the sensors. Then AI in games, basically, chess is one of the example in which AI is involved. It's like it knows every move, like master chess. It knows every move which a human can perform, and depending upon those moves, it responds to your every move. That's why no one can, or at least I cannot beat master chess. Then it's learning game tactics. Normally, when we are playing the games, the game is learning what we are doing. It learns when we are playing the fighting games or arcade games. It learns our move. It learns how we perform or how we act on different situations which are there in the games, and then create a difficulty or set a difficulty level for us. Then improving players interaction and experience, that's also again the same thing. For example, if I am playing fighter plane warfare game, so if I need one of my wingman, so it will understand how I play, how I attack, my strategy, and then it will allocate that strategy to my wingman, which is being automatically with me, or which is in the sport, automated sport of mine. Then AI in agriculture. So understanding climate change basically is one of the most important impact is one of the most important part in agriculture, because I need to know when it is going to rain. I need to know when it's going to be sunny. I need to know when it is going to be moisturized. Humidity level will be changed, and each and every stuff like that. Then automated water supply. That's one of the very important tool I need in my fields, because it's a very difficult task to go into the fields and supply and give the water supply. If anyone is from or is from some village or has done something like that, he or she will know that how tough this job is. Then it's automated hazard sprays. So automated hazard spray basically see the hazard. For example, locust attack is one of the most common attack currently we are facing. So it will see such type of hazard and it will start spraying anti insects and such thing like that. Then automated weed cutting, these are also there. There's a company named Blue River Technology, and that has developed a robot called See and Spray, which uses computer vision technologies like object detection to monitor and precisely spray, and then this can help you in getting getting away with the pests which infect your crops. Then there is another thing that is Berlin-based agriculture tech startup called PEAT, that has developed an application called Plantex that identifies potential defects and nutrition deficiencies in the soil through the images. So these are the things which helps you out a lot in the agriculture thing. Then AI in marketing, of course, online stores. These are the one which help us to find a lot of things currently in the current situation of pandemic. In Corona, where we are advised to stay at home. It is very important that we stay in home, and we can't stop shopping. It's important for us to circulate the cash so that everyone gets it, and even if we don't want to circulate the cash, we do need the different things. So the best way to get that is online. Now getting the things in online store. So where is the AI in it? The question comes, okay, where is AI in it? So basically, there are multiple protocols which basically see what we need to search, which help us to get our products more efficiently. For example, if you might have seen such thing that you might have searched for jackets on Facebook, and AliExpress will be giving you results about jackets. OLX will be giving you result about jackets, and many other ad-based things will be on jackets. So basically, what they're doing, they are using your cookies, or they are using your data to assess your search data to assess that, okay, what this person is finding and what this person is searching for, and they're giving you ads on that type. Then automated generation of customer interest. This is again basically same thing linked with online store, that basically you will get the suggestions of the things you are searching for. Commonly this is done by using cookies, but again we call it AI. So the problem here is that we are taking AI too easy. The things which can be done by performing different algorithms or short algorithms or search algorithms, we are putting them too in the AI category. Okay, Netflix movie search again. That's the example of search. That there are multiple search algorithms which could be used to get on the specific things, and we study search algos in basically in AI. But again, we should not consider these things to be in AI, but these are in AI. I'm not the one who can define AI. The people who define AI put these things under AI. There are different reasons or different sensors which could be used in agriculture, which could be used in gaming. Then what was the previous thing? Automated robots. So it's like things which are sensors which are not of we can say that artificial intelligence, so they're not thinking on their own. It's getting data from the sensors, performing the action which are fed in them, and we call it AI. So I don't think so we should call these things AI. But anyhow, AI in datasets, prediction of different scenarios based on data, that is being done by AI data scientists, the people who do such things. Analysis of customer data. My friend, he performed. He was also a student of computer science. He was working on a software named R. He got some data from UFON. That was like 7 months older data, and from 7 months older data he performed the action on 6 months old, I think, or I think 6 year olds data. I forgot the exact number. I think 6 years old data or 7 years old data from the UFON. And then it performed different, and then the task he performed using AI was that he will predict that how many customers UFON will lose in coming year. And amazingly, his prediction was 97% accurate. So yes, here we can say that okay, there is some sort of AI that we are predicting future. But again, it used some different algos, it used some different calculations, math based stuff. So again, if it is using math based stuff and it is using algos which humans have made, then it might be not that type of AI which we think AI actually is. Or at least from the definition, or from the perspective of layman, which AI has been portrayed to me, is something different. Then students behavior prediction, that has been done by many universities. They predict the grade of students depending upon their data. Of course, you need a lot of data sets. For a data set, for that you need to know when the student is studying, his behavior, and each and everything, and then you can perform different aspect of different data set values or the different algos on them to find the answer. Okay, a future of AI is basically automated judging. Now, that is something which I heard, and people are working on that. That judges should be, automated, or they should be robots. So there is nothing, emotional in the judge, in the decisions, and everything is as per law. But I don't think so. It's a good step to take. Fully automated vehicles, including air travel. Again, I have discussed the problems which could be there if there is fully automated vehicles. But though it won't be that that much bad, it would be a good thing to do. Robotic warfare, again, I will prefer if humans don't die and there's a war between robots and then we decide who won, who lost. But these will be used to aid humans, not or there could be robotic suits shown in the movies, which humans will wear and they will fight, or which the humans will control and they fight. For example, drones attack. They are something like that. Prediction of almost every event. Now, this is important. This, if we achieve this thing, then we can say that yes, we are to a point where AI is applicable, or anything. If we achieve automated judging system, even then we will say that yes, this is now AI. But what actual AI is, we will discuss that in conclusion, or at least what actual AI is as per me, we will discuss that in the conclusive slide. Okay, talking about prediction of almost every event. If we are there to predict almost every event, then we can say that yes, now we are at some level of, or if not some, if I am getting it more down, we can say that okay, fine, we are at a level of AI. Hazards of AI. Okay, the two scientists, or one scientist and another is entrepreneur basically. One scientist, Stephen Hawking, he basically informed us about the hazards of AI. According to Professor Stephen Hawking, one of Britain's pre-examined scientists has said that efforts to create thinking machines pose a threat to our very existence. He also said that it would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever increasing rate. And then humans are who are limited by slow biological evolution could not compete and would be suppressed. So that's something which is like really dangerous for humans, and that is true. That if machines will overcome human, and somehow they achieve that level, then they can be a danger to human life. Then Professor Hawking says that primitive form of artificial intelligence developed so far have already proved very useful, but he fears that consequences of creating something that can match or surpass humans, no, that will be fatal, of course. So the other person, Elon Musk, he said that AI is more dangerous than nuclear warheads and said that there need to be regulatory board overseeing the development of superintelligence. Even I am of this view that AI shouldn't be let very free, or it shouldn't be in the way that it can develop on its own without any regulatory, or people can invent whatever they want to invent. Actually, they people are doing this in the name of AI. So we should need to stop that. AI needs a limit. There should be a limit to AI. On contrary, there are a few people who say that AI is not that dangerous. For example, according to Mark Zuckerberg, he said that Musk's doomsday AI scenario are unnecessary, pretty irresponsive, and Harvard professor Steven Pinker also recently criticized Musk's tactics. He said that no, there's no need to fear from AI. But the biggest issue is that AI experts is that they think they know more than they do. Without any offense, the people who are working in AI, they think that they know way more than the other people. But it's like you will invent, you will die. To be honest, the people and the generations coming after you will see the consequences of those things. So we should innovate with responsibility. Okay, talking about the final arguments. uh, Currently the AI is not the actual form of AI, but I have discussed the different aspects in agriculture and the car. Basically it's all about sensors and getting data from sensors and working according to them. AI will be achieved when machine can think on their own without any algo defined by humans. Or if we say that okay, fine, this is not possible, you need to define the algo, then at least they can override the code which we have fed in them in their learning process. So if it learns something new and I have fed it that don't harm human ever, And what happened, they learned that okay fine, humans are not good, they are harming us, and then they start they override this code that don't harm human. Then we can say that actually AI is there, that they can think on their own like humans do. We have no restriction on us. Same should be the, if same is the case, no, I know if I will kill someone I will go to jail, that's the restriction, but I can kill again. That's on me. That's my call, my decision. If reports achieve on this, or if things achieve this status, then we can say yes, now AI has been achieved. Again, AI have its own hazards which will be avoided, which will be unavoidable. We can't avoid those if we, you know, make something capable of overwriting the code. Then AI is possible in future as the rate of innovation is going too high, and you know people should invent responsibly. There is a need of people to invent responsibly. We can't invent without being a responsible person. We have to think that there could be consequences of our actions too. So overall conclusion, that is a possible, yes it is possible, but in the future. Current thing is currently we are in the way of getting to the point where we can say the things which we have made are actually in AI. Currently we are doing different things, we are getting data, we are coding our stuff, we are coding our things, and we are giving them command, they are just performing that command. So we can't say that they are basically it is artificial intelligence. It is intelligence but based on human intelligence. And when the things will be independent of human intelligence, then we can say that we have achieved AI. Thank you very much. If there is any question, you can ask in the comment area, and I will try to ask that. Thank you very much.